Well, Lul Tim, who I interviewed at one point, I actually ran into him at the NBA Youngboy show.
What'd he say?
Well, didn't he say that he scammed you for a feature?
Yeah, he said that, but the label sent him the label paid for us to go to Savannah, right?
Okay.
He recorded, but remember, like I said, when we actually got the song, he just won't clear it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he recorded it?
Yeah, there's a fucking, so for the editors, me and Lul Tim in the booth, like, you know, the people at the studio put it out. We just not gonna be able to clear it. You know what I mean? And it just looks like, you know what I mean? Everybody was scared to be the first person. Remember that was around the 2021, 2022 year that we went to Savannah. He recorded the song. We're in the studio. It was a studio in Savannah. There's nothing out there, literally like.
Yeah, I've been out there.
Okay, so there's nothing out there.
I didn't Rondo out there.
So we fucking did a studio, and I can even give you the editors fucking the whole surveillance. He recorded the song and everything. It was on the song that I released, Gene, the Go Pick Your Man Up. That's that one.
It was about King Von?
It was about King Von.
Yeah.
So, so anyway, he recorded the thing, and then, like, you know what I mean? They're like YNs. They don't have the lawyers. They don't have lawyers. They don't have any of that. And then the label can't monetize it if we don't get a clear.
Yeah.
So you see how before I do this interview, you make me sign something to like.
Oh, so you guys didn't have him sign originally before paying him?
Yeah. So that was my fuck up, cause I really wanted to have the nigga who killed King Von on the King Von disc.
How much did you pay him?
I think it was like probably like 10 grand.
Okay, it's not a huge amount.
Yeah, because it was full. It was a full 20, but he never got the back end because he never signed the shit.
So I interviewed
But the label was in communication with his people. So
yeah.
I just showed up, no security, no nothing. You know what I mean? But I guess he never thought it was me, whatever. But you can even interview, ask him, be like, yeah, like his people was in communication with the label.
Well, listen, I interviewed Lul Tim. You know, his big interview was the one that I did with him. I mean, ultimately.
Can I ask you how much you paid for that one?
I don't remember. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was a fair amount, and it was definitely profitable. So everyone's happy. Like I said, we ran into each other at the Young Boy show, you know, in person for the first time because we did the interview remotely. We shook hands, you know, we chopped it up. We already had each other's numbers. And I was just happy for him, man. I was happy to see him on tour with Young Boy.
Yeah, because remember, he was never that close to Young Boy. He was always like close to Quando.
No, that's Quando's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, how do you feel about that? Like that he's like NBA Young Boy picked him up?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because Tim didn't really, I mean, he got shitbagged at one point. He got shot.
Yeah, bro, I was literally taking a shower, and when I was watching my interview, instead of it skipping to like the next part, it went to Lul Tim, and it was you with Lul Tim, and he was talking about how he was on the shitbag for like 8 months.
Yeah.
Then he couldn't eat hard food, so it was so funny that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Like it literally skipped after the 6ix9ine part. It went to Lul Tim killing King Von, and he's like, yo, he'd be still alive if you guys didn't gas him up, right? That's what he said?
Yeah. When you did finally find out that it was King Von who died, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn. If Brian did that stupid shit last night, his ass still would have been alive.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
You ever interviewed King Von?
No, we were supposed to actually, and then, you know, he got killed. It was already in process, but, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, though, when I interviewed Tim, I told him he did the right thing. If someone with a reputation like a Von, bragging about being a serial killer and claiming to have all these bodies and so forth, if they jumped on me, I would expect my security to shoot him too.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure that if you talk to Von's people, I mean, listen, Von's people try to shoot Tim.
Oh, yo, you know what's something I found out after, like, we talked about that? That one of Lil Durk's homies got his head blown off in that shit.
Yeah. Sleddy got killed.
No.
Different guy?
One died. There was a guy that got hit, like literally like his head indented. He died after.
Yeah. You're talking about O Block Louie. I interviewed him.
O Block Louie. So
Yeah.
what happened? How did he die?
We don't know. It could have been either just complications from the injury or maybe it was a drug overdose, you know, because of the situation. We don't really know. But he died, I think, maybe about a year after my interview.
I found that out literally fucking 3 days ago.
Yeah, he died, I think, earlier this year, like at the top of the year, or
Yeah,
right
that's
around that
fucked.
time.
That's fucked.
I mean, I interviewed him, man. I mean, at the end of the day, look, sometimes you're on opposite sides of situations, like, but at the end of the day, like, this dude, you know, was trying to protect his friend. Ended up getting shot in the head. I think his gun jammed or something like that. Ended up getting shot in the head, recovered.
But by a cop.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the cops started shooting. And
Yeah.
it was a whole clusterfuck, man. It was just a sad situation all around. I don't think nobody won.
But be honest, who you think, how many people lost their life that day? 3?
2? No, wait. So Vaughn, Slutty, 2 that I know of. Let me just double check.
All right, but all of that happened for whose fault?
King Vaughn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to realize that shit, you know what I mean?
No, okay, 3 people.
His homie would be alive right now if it wasn't for his
Three
arrest.
people were dead, yeah. So 3 people got killed. I'm not quite sure who the last person is.
I think it was civilian, no?
I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure, man. But yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it was almost like a Tupac situation. You go and put your hands on someone that you think is soft, or you think you just...
Oh, yeah. You literally that's when I was in the shower, you literally was telling Lul Tim that something about the casino fight.
Yeah.
And that person, yeah, bro.
it was a similar situation.
Yeah, I watched the shit.
It's a similar situation, man. You put your hands on someone thinking they're not going to do anything. You underestimate that person.
Yep.
You think they're pussy or whatever else, you find out that's just not true. Same thing, you know, look, Pac was like, yo, I'm the biggest rapper in the world. I got 6ix9ine with me. I got all these Bloods. Oh, that dude stole a death row chain. Okay, we're going to go stomp him out. And I got all this backup. They're not going to do nothing. These are just some dirty Crips from Compton. They broke, they whatever. Those dudes went and got a gun and found him and killed him.
Like
Just underestimated them. That's it. Just underestimated them. And, you know, thinking that, we out here deep, they're not going to do nothing. They did something.
Let me ask them, because while we're on the topic, didn't you interview Nipsey's brother?
No.
No?
I interviewed Nipsey, though.
All right. But is it like the underestimate? Is that facts? Because I didn't follow the case. You know, I done talked about it. Did he really call the guy a rat, or he just told him get up out of the...
I think he implied there was some sort of conversation. I interviewed Cowboy, who was right there when it happened.
Okay.
Right? That's one of Nipsey's friends. And it was some sort of conversation asking about this guy snitching. Now, I don't think that he was trying to...
But he didn't call him, he just told him, get him up out of here, your paperwork.
No, I think it was more like, yo, I've heard some rumors about you cooperating, you know, you should get that cleared up or something like that. And, you know, Shitty Cuz was like, oh, nah, these dudes just hating on me. Everyone's always hating on me. Because from what I understand, because I interviewed Brick Baby, who was like, you know, Shitty Cuz is like his little homie, right? They'd been into a lot of serious situations before. He's like, the snitching thing was just a false rumor. He never actually snitched. So I think it wasn't more so like similar to the King Von situation, because it's not like Nipsey like beat him up in front of everyone.
No, he just humiliated him.
I think
it was in front of his girl, right?
Possibly, yeah. I think so. And I think it was really more like, I think Nipsey forgot at that moment who he was.
And not only that, he's still in Compton. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, not in Compton, he was South Central.
Oh, South Central.
South Central, yeah. But he was in his, in his area, in front of the stores that he owns and so forth. And I think that he forgot that he's Nipsey Hussle, the superstar rapper, and sort of went back to, I'm Nipsey Hussle, the Rolling 60s Crip that I was 15 years ago, and I'm just like relating to people on that level because I'm in my area and I'm surrounded by all my homies and everything else like that. But I remember even when I interviewed Freeway Ricky, I mean, he said something really interesting. He said he wished that he had been able to talk to Nipsey to show him how to operate in the hood once you get to a certain level, because you can't be asking people questions like that once you get to a certain point in your life, because they're going to take it very badly and you're not prepared to handle those types of situations anymore because you're at a whole different financial level. And I just think it was just a very bad series of events, but I don't think it's the same as what happened with King Von.
Yeah.